Hello everyone, it is me, Maurice, or the Miraculous Guy. It is so great to see you. I have come back from the dead. It has been about 7 months since I last uploaded a video. I know that's a long time, but guys, I'm in college now. Like, I have stuff to do. But it is now Thanksgiving break. A few days ago, I binge watched all of Hazbin Hotel. I waited for the whole season to come out so I could just watch it all together. I already watched it twice. I had to for this review. I'm probably going to watch it a few more times so I can make more videos about Hazbin Hotel. But I want to talk about season 2. I did a short review on season 1 when season 1 ended. I just want to make a longer review about season 2 that you guys can watch to your fullest extent and actually get the most out of. So I have a criteria for a good sequel. I'm taking this criteria from a YouTuber who I respect very much, and I don't watch them as much as I used to, but I love their content and their editing style. So by the end of this review, I want these 4 questions to be answered. 1, does it expand the universe in a meaningful way? 2, does it continue the story in a new, compelling way? 3, does it expand on the themes or introduce new ones? And finally, 4, does it leave a positive impact on the franchise as a whole? Let's get right into the review. The pilot. In episode 3, when Velvet says the hotel is tacky, has clashing themes, bad lighting, and too much red, it really reminded me of the overall problems people had with the pilot. Not to mention, a lot of background characters from the pilot are reused throughout this season, which I really like. The interview in episode 4 was clearly an homage to the pilot. The voice acting and animation. There's an obvious step up in animation. I mean, you can't discredit that. Especially in the fight scenes, musical numbers, and scenes in the hotel, which those look fantastic. I really love the animation on characters like Katie Killjoy and Cherry Bomb. The characters. Katie Killjoy and Tom Trench. These two are just absolutely hilarious. Katie Killjoy, voiced by the amazing and absolutely talented Brandon Rogers, is golden. Honestly, I was a bit nervous at first because I thought I would just hear Blitz the whole time. But to be honest, and maybe it's just me, but he kind of has his own take on it. Some people will say I'm just trying to make it sound different in my head, but it genuinely sounds like he's trying to play another character. Of course, both voices are similar because they're based on Brandon's voice. Also, I got to meet Brandon Rogers at GalaxyCon 2025, and he is just the sweetest person ever. His agents, though, they're something else, man. But he was sweet. Angel Dust. Personally, I wouldn't call this character growth or development, even though I personally think he did get development this season. The way Angel Dust acts early in the season, like episode 1 through, I want to say 4 or 5, honestly feels like how he should have been from the start. In my short review of season 1, I said one of my main criticisms was that for half the season, it felt like Angel was just a walking sex joke. It wasn't until Loser Baby that I felt that his character was saved. Now, I get it. Angel Dust is a star, but that shouldn't define his entire character for half a season. It felt like watching pilot Angel Dust for 4 episodes straight. So season 2 did a really good job at making subtle jokes about it without making it his whole personality. I feel like season 1 should have done that. And again, I'm not saying he can't make sex jokes, just don't make it his entire personality. He felt way more likable this season. Cherry Bomb. So, Cherry is still enjoyable and cute, and I just love her song with Serpentious. The V's and Vox. Love that Vox's planning from last season carried over smoothly into episode 1 of season 2. And Velvet is still wonderful with her ever-changing outfits and hairstyles. Nifty is still my spirit animal. Everything she does is chaotic and cute. This also includes Emily. Like, I fucking love Emily. Baxter. So Baxter is a very fun and engaging character. Very interesting character. And I love that he was Serpentius's partner at a certain point. Charlie and Vaggie. Okay, so Vaggie never told Charlie not to send the email to the V's. Charlie was already doing it and had a plan. Vaggie simply mentioned it was a bad idea. She never said, Charlie, don't do that. She never said that. I have two main criticisms of Charlie. I don't know if there's any more, but these are my main two criticisms of Charlie. Why would she say Serpentius is redeemed without any evidence or any proof? I think that was very stupid and made her look bad both in universe and just for her character in general. It created a dumb problem that lasted all season. My second criticism of Charlie, when Husk was in danger, why didn't she use her powers? It looked really bad. It looked like she intentionally didn't help. And I don't think that's what the writers were intending at all. But for a moment, I really thought Angel Dust was gonna be redeemed in that episode. Angel's past. When I first watched episode 3, I found it wild that Angel never told Charlie that he was a murderer. Personally, if you're going to a hotel that's supposed to rehabilitate sinners, wouldn't one of the first activities be, why are you in hell? What did you do to deserve being here? What are the sins that you committed? I don't exactly really blame Charlie for bringing up any, past trauma, because she literally did not know about any of it. If anything, it's more of an issue with Angel for never mentioning it, even if it's sensitive. But then again, this also kind of falls on Charlie because she never created a space for sinners to talk about their sins. And honestly, this could just be a writing oversight. Maybe the writers just didn't know what they were doing. I honestly don't know. That brings me to another thing about Angel. So, in episode 3, Charlie said Angel was the most ready to be redeemed, which is funny because at GalaxyCon 2024, I was asked at a panel, it was a little hell of a Hazbin Hotel panel event, a little activity thing, and you were meant to debate on certain topics in the fandom, and I was asked who would be redeemed next, and I said Angel Dust. I lost that argument. The prize was printed pictures of Hazbin or Helluva characters that you could choose from. That still pisses me off. It really does. And I'm going to show you guys the entire clip. It'll be here. If you don't want to see it and you just want to continue on to the review, skip to this timestamp.
Who do you think will die in season 2 of Hazbin Hotel? Red Serpentius.
Not dead. He's in heaven.
I feel like it would be a good opportunity for Angel Dust. I love Angel, but I think it would give a good opportunity to see Molly and Angel together. So I feel like that would be really cute. And based on what was it, episode 7, 8. When Angel was taking care of Dixie, all that. Yeah. He showed really nice redemption. And if he does die from, let's say, oh geez, that's kind of dark. Valentino or something, I don't know. I think it could work.
All right. Would you like? Yes.
Yes, please. Honestly, I'd have to argue that Husk would be the next one to go.
Woo!
Mainly because of how he treats Angel Dust.
I didn't think of it like that.
His treatment of Angel Dust will probably lead into the rest of the group, and Alastor might utilize him as a shield of some sort.
Alastor. So was Alastor quitting all a part of his plan? Because it seemed very genuine. I wasn't surprised that Rosie owned Alastor, but it did confuse me at first. Their energy in season 1 really gave old pals or old chums, so it really caught me off guard. But I wasn't really surprised at it. It was just like, oh, Rosie owns Alastor. Sarah. Opening up to Penchis and finding her answer was something I really liked. Relationships. Charlie and Vaggie making up with... It's kind of wild. You could tell Vaggie was in heat this entire season. Oh yeah, by the way, Hus totally has a crush on Angel. And Vox totally had one on Alastor. No question. And I also like how Season 2 did a great job at setting up Angel Dust for next season. Because we know next season will involve him. Now, let's talk about the jokes. A lot of the hotel jokes in the first episode are very relatable and very funny. Some of my favorites. Gay powers. Should I divorce and or kill my wife? It's the duck. He tricked us. There are way more. When Vox said ill no to Katie, I laughed out loud so hard. It was so funny. The running gag of Vox using his tech powers to leave the room while Velvet gets left behind is just completely, it's golden and it's so funny. Vox being racist is hysterical. Katie being homophobic is hysterical. Let's not lie, Vox was literally Donald Trump in this season with the whole make hell great again. It's so ridiculous. But one of my favorite jokes was I'm from Florida from from Val. That was Val is the true Florida man. The music. Even though I think season 1's songs are more iconic, season 2's music is still great. Here are some of my favorites. Once We Get Up There, Piss, a Love Song, Don't You Forget, Vox Popula, Love in a Bottle, Losing Streak, Easy, and Brighter. Lore and world building. I really enjoy details like in the first episode when we saw Baxter walking the streets of hell to the hotel, or seeing Alastor and his broken staff before he goes to see Rosie. Seeing the sins from Hell of a Boss on Lucifer's wall was a great touch. Husk and his powers are so awesome. They're probably my favorite in the show. Serpentius not being able to leave heaven felt very plot armory to me. And I have a few questions about that. Like, can sinners visit heaven? And can winners visit hell? Because to my knowledge, do we know any winners who have visited hell? I would assume the Heavenborn don't count. So like Emily, Sarah, Adam, Abel, Lute, we've seen them. We see them visit hell. Have we seen any sinners visit heaven? Charlie's gone and Vaggie's gone. Well, technically, Vaggie's from heaven, first of all, so... And then Charlie is Hellborn. So I don't know. Could you guys let me know if we've ever seen a sinner visit heaven or a winner visit hell? I don't know, actually. Please let me know. I would love that. In episode 5, when Emily, Sarah, Lute, and Abel showed up in front of Vox and everyone in hell, I was like screaming at Emily. I was like, tell them that Serpentius is redeemed. I was like so mad. I was like, please, just tell them. Also, I really enjoyed Vox's angel form. That looked really amazing. I'm not gonna lie, the Act 3 breakup was stupid. Vaggie had no right to be mad at Charlie because Vaggie did the exact same thing, only way worse. Charlie told Vaggie her plan. Vaggie just did things behind her back while trying to quote-unquote help. My final thoughts. Now, it was really hard to rank these episodes because each felt better than the last. This season felt like pure rising action. It definitely got better as it went on. But if I could rank the episodes from best to worst to the best of my ability, I would probably say episode 7, episode 6, episode 5, episode 8, episode 4, episode 3, episode 2, and then episode 1. Obviously, those are very close, but if I had to rank them, that's how it would be. Lute and Abel. So, why is Lute still around? I get they're trying to set her up for season 3 and 4 based on the interview that Vivian gave, but she's completely unhinged and out of control. She should have been like relieved of her duty, like really. Abel doesn't do much. Like Lute, he's probably being set up for the next season. This is more of a problem with the shorter seasons, and if they were longer, maybe it wouldn't feel like
He just glosses over his father's death.
heaven. I really like the concept of heaven introduced in early episode 2. I relate to the concept of redemption and believing your faith in your heart of hearts, like how Serpentius was redeemed because he was doing something that he really believed in and it was genuine. And it's something I've gone through in my own journey with Christ. My main criticism of heaven is I wish it was just a bit less childish. That's my only problem with it. Also, where are Sarah's helpers and advisors? It doesn't take a genius to know that Abel and St. Peter were not helpful at all. Why didn't the beings who like helped her make that little hexagon shape to protect heaven advise her or help her at all? Why weren't they at the table? Vox in season 3. So, it's confirmed that Vox will still play a role in season 3. Honestly, I think the V's should have let him go. It felt like everything became about him instead of them doing it as a team. I thought they were going to leave him as an iPad and just ditch him, but they didn't. But, you know, then again, that's just my personal preference. It's also confirmed that Lilith is the one who really picked up the phone at the end of that episode. So I wonder if she'll be the first voice we hear next season. My final rating. Even though season 1 will always be iconic, like the pilot, I gave season 2 a much higher rating. After binge watching all episodes twice, I gave season 2 an 8.3 to an 8.5. I'm gonna be honest. If both season 1 and season 2 were longer and or had more episodes, a lot of problems would have been fixed. Well, that is my review of Hazbin Hotel season 2. I really enjoyed it. I think that season 1, like the pilot, is iconic. Like, it will always be iconic, and I think it's from an icon standpoint, it's hard to match, but I would say this season definitely was an improvement from the last. I can't wait for season 3 and season 4 and the maybe speculated season 5 that might be coming out. We don't know yet. Tell me what you guys thought about Hazbin Hotel season 2 down below. I plan on making more videos in more detail about certain topics like heaven or Serpentius or Vox or Lilith or Rosie or Alastor. I plan to make those videos. I don't know if they'll actually come out. I hope so. But yeah, tell me what you guys thought about Hazbin Hotel season 2 down below. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. I've been Maurice, or the Miraculous Guy, and I will see you later. Up, and away.
For that royal flush, but you take what you can get. You play your final ace for a pretty face. Tastes like scotch and cigarettes.